Duriel Kim here, welcome to another episode of Ask Yuri. I'm really enjoying these videos. It's a lot of fun putting this together. Hope you are as well. And again, thanks for your questions. Today we're going to be talking about how to reduce your body fat to like 7%. This is one of the questions that's come in recently from one of our male followers, and he asks a little background on him. I've been on a fat loss diet for a year now. I'm not too sure what that means. And started at 203 pounds and 30% body fat at 5'9". I now weigh, after a strict diet and workout program, only 171 pounds and 70% body fat. That's awesome. For the past 3 months or so, I've been lagging on my diet, cheating more often, and therefore staying in the range of 16 to 19% body fat without going much lower. My main goal is to reach 7% body fat so that I can bulk up and add 25 pounds of lean muscle, which I'll need to when playing college basketball. Anyways, my question to you is, for the past 2 weeks, I've really been clamping down on my diet and not cheating at all, only with a cheat meal once every 2 weeks. I've also been more disciplined with my diet, eating higher amounts of protein in every meal with 5 to 6 meals spaced out in the day. My question to you is, if I stick to training 3 times per week, can I achieve my goal of getting to 7% body fat? Training 3 times a week, strength training, 3 to 4 times a week doing cardio and disciplined eating. Also, do you think I should add interval training to replace my regular cardio workouts? I'm still a little unsure of how to do them. I usually do my cardio on the bike, but recently switched to a treadmill and I do a speed of 4.5, blah, 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 blah. What do you think I really need to do to achieve my goal of getting to 7% body fat? Okay, so first of all, if he's playing college basketball, then, don't spend your time doing long duration, boring cardio workouts 3 to 4 times a week. That's a little bit too much. You're much better off doing intervals 2 to 3 times a week, which is going to benefit you not only from a body fat burning perspective, but also from a basketball playing perspective. Basketball is all about sprint, stop. So intervals, you got to be doing running, not biking, because that's obviously going to be more specific to basketball. Okay, so let's look at a couple things. I talked about the cardio. Strength training. You got to build the muscle, obviously that's really important. 6 to 8 repetitions, 2 to 3 sets per exercise, full body movements, big muscles, 2 to 3 times a week. You should be good. Eating wise, okay, so he's fairly disciplined. He has a cheat meal once every 2 weeks, which if that works for you, that's fine. But another thing you may want to consider, I think, and it's really valid for losing fat guys, especially if you're having a tough time breaking plateaus, is looking at, altering your caloric intake. So let's say this is you, right? Your basically caloric intake is 3,000 calories a day, every single day. Your body gets used to it, it stagnates, boom. But what happens? It's like your training. It's very similar to training. What happens, like intervals? What happens if one day you have a very high caloric intake, the next day you have a very low caloric intake, the next, one after that a little bit higher, a little bit lower, a little bit higher, a little bit lower. You keep your body guessing. You're naturally playing with your hormonal levels in a good way, and that keeps your body in a fat-burning state. For instance, when you eat a lot of a hormone known as leptin, when you eat a lot of food, when you have a higher caloric day, especially higher amounts of carbohydrates, leptin is a hormone that basically is secreted by the fat cells in the body, also lets your body know when it's full. When you eat a lot of food, you have higher leptin levels, and what that means is that your body is now in a prime fat-burning state. So for instance, if you had a heavy cheat day, the next day you could go into like a fasting day or eating very, very, very little. And the reason for that is because your body, because it has higher leptin levels now, is actually going to be primed to burn more fat. And then after that you can go back into a kind of a normal caloric intake day and then kind of go back through that cycle. So there's a couple things you can do. Just kind of changing the caloric intake throughout the day and not doing the same thing all the time could make a big difference. Also, moving from getting to getting from the single digits in body fat is very, very, depending on your body type as well, is going to be tougher, because if you're someone who tends to carry a lot of weights, you're going to have to really work hard to get shredded, right? For me, I'm an ectomorph. For me, it's tough to put on muscle, but it's very easy for me to lose body fat. I mean, I'm like naturally, 6 or 7 or 8% body fat all the time, no matter what I do. That's going to catch up with me later on if I let things go and live in McDonald's. But for other people who are endomorphs, mesomorphs, who tend to put on weight easier, you really need to be a little bit more cautious with your diet. So looking at these, kind of playing with the calorie days will make a big difference. Eating whole foods more raw foods will make a big difference as well. And what else did I want to talk about? Also looking at, really bumping up the intensity and maybe the frequency of your workouts. You do 2-a-day workouts, really burning the muscle glycogen, really burning it out of the system, and really starting to tap into fat as a fuel source. So you can start doing some pretty intense intervals on the treadmill, start doing some incline walking, incline running. You really want to be burning the sweat, huffing and puffing, and really taxing your body to really utilize all of its fuel sources as much as you can. It does take a lot of dedication to get that 7% body fat. If you're at 16 to 19% right now, it's going to take a lot of hard work. So you just have to be very committed and very disciplined and persistent, and realize that, if you follow a specific kind of regimen, that it's going to work, right? Have faith in the process, and as long as you're following a proper process, and if you're not, then please join me in Fitter You Fitness, because that'll make a huge difference for you. It's very tough to do things on your own, so you need the support and the encouragement and the proper coaching to help you get there. But as long as you're following a proper plan, you should be fine. Just have faith that it's going to work out, keep doing what you have to do, and realize that it's tougher the closer you get to your goal, right? Going from 30% body fat to 20 is pretty easy. It's easier. But going from 10% body fat to 7% body fat, now we're talking about marginal increases, right? Marginal returns. So it's like Olympic athletes. They train 4 years to shave off 1/10 of a second for a sprint, right? That's a lot of work for a very small gain. Same thing, the fitter you get, right? The leaner you get, the more challenging, the more hard work, and the smarter you have to be to get to the next level, right? So you have to put that much more effort in, much more work to get a smaller gain. So hopefully that's helped you out. That's my best advice. Thanks again for your question. Best of luck with helping you, incorporate this stuff into burning some more body fat, bringing your body fat down. And again, if you need more help, if you want my coaching on a monthly basis, fitteryouFitness.com. I sound like a broken record every single video, but hey, the program's awesome. I love it. I love the workouts. That's why I put them together. And we have tons of team members who are achieving amazing results. And I hope you can join us and be the next one. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next episode.